A man is injured in a shooting in a South Fulton neighborhood. Police say the victim suffered multiple gunshot wounds, but he is expected to survive. An investigation underway to determine the circumstances. No arrests have been made so far. Now, WSB Money Update. Prices for popular weight loss drugs are coming down. Novo Nordisk announced it's lowering prices on its low-dose Wegovy and Ozempic treatments to $199 a month for the first 2 months of therapy for new self-pay patients. After 2 months, the price on the weight loss drugs will rise to $349 per month, which is still 30% below the current price for self-paying customers. Money reporter Jason Brooks says rival Eli Lilly has already priced its low-dose Zepbound treatments at $349. 6 months before graduation for high school and college students, and Jim Ryan reports they're looking at one of the worst job markets in at least 5 years. In 2025, companies from Amazon to Zillow have trimmed their workforces, leaving members of the class of 2026 wondering where their first job will come from. More than half of the companies surveyed by the National Association of Colleges and Employers rate the job market next spring as fair at best, the most pessimistic outlook since the first year of the pandemic. With the government shutdown over, national parks across the country, including here in Metro Atlanta, are hiring seasonal rangers. Patrick Gammon, acting superintendent of the Chattahoochee River National Area, recreational area, says more staff will make everyone's experience better.
This is a win for folks locally. I'm really glad we're getting the support in this, and maybe we can really make the trails nice here, make services great for people, make sure the bathrooms are clean, make sure everybody's safe on the river.
He says jobs range from maintenance to safety. These are summer positions, and applications will open in the coming weeks. The season may be over now for Falcons quarterback Michael Penix. He suffered a knee injury in Sunday's loss to the Panthers. ESPN is reporting Penix will seek a second opinion, but it does not look encouraging. Kirk Cousins replaced Penix in overtime in the loss. The Falcons now 3-7 on the season. It is 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. The 24-hour traffic. It's Alex Williams.
And Bill jammed up by the airport crash in 1.5, really 2 left lanes, 285 eastbound, the outer loop in College Park right at 85. It's now spilling delays back on the I-85 northbound. Also on the south side, right lane stalled McDonough 75 northbound, Jonesboro Road exit 221. That's causing delays from Highway 155 in the afternoon. Volume picking up through downtown, starting to slow on 400 south around Lennox Road. Delays continuing 75-85 south from North Avenue. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edward. Sunny skies today, staying mild, highs in the upper 60s, low 70s. Clear and cool tonight, lows in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 73. Trending to the upper 70s by Wednesday.
Right now, 65 in Marietta, 67 in Lawrenceville, and 68 in Hampton. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Hour 1 of this week's Monday edition of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Derek Von Hessler. We got most of the doctrinaires, not all. We have Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. No George Clark once again. He's traveling back from Skankfest. De-skanking. He's de-skanking. But we do have the great Colby Richardson with us in his place. And, of course, the handsomest producer in all of history. Of all producery. I hadn't said it. All history. Wow. All history. I mean, you don't hold a candle to Fabio. I think that's obvious. So,
Don't forget about Linda. She's pretty.
that's why I'm going with the fellers.
As long as she doesn't talk.
I'm just going with the fellers on radio, which makes it a little bit easier.
Were you about to call me your radio eminence?
No, I was not going to call you my radio eminence.
All right, I'll take it off the air.
All right, very good. Your radio eminence.
Thank you.
Just as I was drinking this little soft drink before I
Uh-oh, Red Bull time. Long night?
not a long night. Actually got sleep, got to bed pretty early. I think I got a little inebriated yesterday afternoon. I just kind of kept going and going and going. Woke up with a cobweb or two in the old brain. But as I was drinking this, I've been drinking Red Bull for a long time, and I usually say, well, it reminds me of baby aspirin when I was a kid, like you do carbonated baby aspirin. But as I was drinking it today, I got another thought, that it actually, Red Bull actually tastes like urinal cakes smell.
peach milk, urine, all
All the fun smells of youth.
Yes, it's kind of all built in it. I think it's a nostalgic reason we all love Red Bull so much.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Takes us back.
Red Bull's a little bit less potent.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of what? In terms of its smell?
Flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little less
Urine.
assaulting.
Are you bragging because you're presenting yourself as a sugar-free Red Bull gal?
I wouldn't call it bragging.
I
just,
think you're bragging.
I don't need the regular octane or whatever.
Yeah.
I just take the sugar-free. I like it better. It's a little more gentle.
It's a little more gentle.
Not as impact as far as caffeine.
But on your tummy, you're saying, on your
Yeah.
senses, it doesn't assault, doesn't beat the hell out of you just to get you ready to be able to handle something.
Yeah, because when I go back to regular Red Bull, I would rather go for like the yellow can instead of the traditional.
Me too, and they stopped.
Yes.
How many times did I say I love this flavor of Red Bull? And then all of a sudden it's not available.
Look at that. And they launched the cola flavor. They had cola for a long time.
Nah, it sounds terrible.
No, it actually tasted like Coca-Cola.
Really?
Well, not like Coca-Cola, but it
I know nothing tastes like real Coke.
No, nothing.
All right, enough of the Coke ads. I know.
I like Coke
Man,
Zero
I
though.
like it.
I got a Coke Zero right here.
Wait a minute, you're not doing.
Send a case.
What is it with her? She's always with the product placement. Is she got a side hustle? Or she's
Zero calories, zero sugar.
is that a QR code you're holding up there?
Oh, what's that? It's the radio button on the right-hand side of the page.
That's right. I just put autumn. Code autumn, and you'll get absolutely nothing off of your next Coke Zero.
I would go that direction any day over Red Bull. I still struggle from how many times I vomited drinking Vegas bombs.
Yeah, well, that had more to do.
What is a Vegas bomb?
Vegas bomb
It's
is
a Red Bull and a prostitute mixed together.
Ooh, an STD.
Yeah. Yes.
the Red Bull kills the STD. It does. It does.
If done correctly.
Yeah, it's Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and Red Bull on top of it, and maybe a little cranberry juice on top.
I mean, you might as well. That's like a recipe that if you went to Google, how can I buy it?
Well, you take it as a shot too, yeah. So it's awful.
Right. Yeah. But it seems like a recipe to buy.
There were
Why don't you just have a vodka Red Bull?
That's just a Red Bull or Ipecac.
it was a college drink, so
If vomiting is what you want, just go right to the source.
a lot of the girls decided that they're like, hey, we want to get drunk fast. Let's get Vegas bombs. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll do Vegas bombs. But there were multiple times where I just puked my
You
guts out.
handle it, and you're blaming that on the Red Bull, not the Crown Royal.
Well, because I tasted that the most.
No, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, so I'm probably a fan.
It's probably not the culprit, but I understand why he's being held responsible.
So I can't eat sushi. The last time I had serious food poisoning was from sushi. Or one of the times I've had it since. And I liked it prior to that, but I haven't eaten sushi in 21 years.
Really?
Oh, you should go back.
Hey, well, hold on. No. This sounds to me like an AA moment. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. 21 years, sushi free.
I got a chip to go with that thing.
You should.
Happy birthday.
It's very nice. So he drinks tons more coffee than he used to, but he's off the sushi. And that's the important thing.
Proud of you, Tim.
I have the palate of an 8-year-old, so sushi was never in my possibilities. I like getting out seafood, especially when it's not cooked.
Especially raw.
Yeah, no.
You can get it cooked.
I don't.
Get stuff that's cooked.
There's some things people don't like, and I don't like that.
No, I don't like it. I don't like sushi either. I want to like it. It's so pretty.
Yeah, and
There's
also,
like
you want to be one.
all around it and stuff. It's cool.
I feel like you want to be a sushi person. I think you like the lifestyle. Like, oh, sushi people, like they read.
I want to go out to sushi.
I know.
Let's have sushi.
It is overrated. though. I'm with you guys. If given the choice between hibachi and sushi, I'm going hibachi.
You're going hibachi every time.
If you were in,
Now, why is that?
Just because I like it cooked. I like hot food.
Okay.
if you were in Japan,
Yeah.
or even like in a really nice New York like sushi place, like I forget what they're called, like omisons or something. Then you get a person who's making it for you right there. They had to like spend 10 years just making the rice. You know what I mean? Like there's,
Okay. Yeah. All
there,
right.
there are some places where
Yeah, you know what? You spent 10 years making the rice. I eat it, and 5 hours later, I'm sitting down getting rid of it. Okay. It's kind of ridiculous to put that much time and effort into food, to be quite honest with you. It should just taste good. Maybe that's an art form, but the whole thing about the plate and the flowers and all that.
no, this isn't that. This is really simple. This is like they make it with their hand
sushi people. I'm the only.
What did you say flowers for?
Because I'm talking about the whole thing when you get into food decoration and how it looks on the plate.
Presentation.
What's it matter?
That's different.
What's it?
Oh, you don't like it when the sauces are all like, kind of cursive looking?
Doesn't matter when I'm sitting down letting it go 7 hours later. It doesn't seem to matter at all. As Greg Ross once said to me, it all ends up looking the same. So why do we get so excited about how it looks on the plate?
Look, there's corn.
It's a fine question. I'm a little, speaking of food and the season, coming up into the holidays, I'm a little confused. I could have sworn that we just did a story a couple of weeks ago about how counterintuitively, in a time where we have all this inflation, prices going up at the grocery store, that it was going to be cheaper to put your Thanksgiving meal together this year. No, like today, it's totally different. It says turkeys are going up by 40%.
Well, we do.
Beef is going up 15%.
We have that package from
Do we
Pizza.
have? Oh, okay, hold on. So this is, all right, we're sort of playing this to see if I was correct. Was I correct that 2 weeks ago we had a different story?
You are absolutely correct.
All right.
How can it be? The cost of Thanksgiving will be
Turns
down
out
when
it can't
food
be.
prices are so high.
That's
Thanks to the main course. My analysis from the Wells Fargo Food Institute shows the average price of the holiday menu has fallen by 2 to 3% from last year, depending on whether you buy name brand or store brand food. While beef prices are going up and a bird flu affected some turkey flocks, the Institute's head economist tells USA Today many retailers who lock in lower prices ahead of time are passing them on to consumers. Wells Fargo pegs the cost of a name brand menu, tray size pumpkin pie for $10 to $95 this year. The store brand menu, $80. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
All right, so it's a possibility.
Turkeys are birds. Will make them affected some flocks.
They killed billions because one of them sneezed.
I guess maybe they both can be correct if we just got out of that zone where people had bought the turkeys that were already purchased before the avian. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In there, she said a lot of retailers had already bought before that hit. Maybe we're at a situation now where those turkeys have been bought, and now the avian flu turkeys affected the turkeys.
And then you got to get like,
Price are there. I'm trying to understand this.
gotta get
I don't want to think the media is just lying to me.
Deborah Rodriguez here to say you're doing great.
Thank you, Deb.
don't get the name brand ones.
Deborah,
You're that formal.
I'm sorry, Deborah.
That informal with her.
Well, she's a colleague.
you'd like to think that, but I have packages all the time.
I can.
Know my name.
I got so many you big
No, nobody knows who you are, Eric. Who?
Yeah, oh, come on.
Yeah, I agree with her.
I got the whole WSB.
Sean Hannity.
Have you ever heard of him?
Everybody knows you, Sean Hannity.
That's why you work for CBS though.
No, you like him now. Remember they bought they
Oh yeah, Barry White is what? Barry, what is it? Barry or Barry?
one of Trump's favorite billionaires bought it, and
Now they're cool. That's right. CBS is cool. Maybe they'll hire me. 60 Minutes. Look out.
it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Well, no, I think it would be something. Actually, it would surprise me at this point. I think we're moving past that. We're definitely in the next phase. I brought this up on Thursday or Friday. I wasn't saying that Trump was a lame duck yet, but man, oh man, were things working up to where he would be. I mean, next year he will be. Every president in their second term after the midterms is pretty much a lame duck. But he was starting to go in that direction, and now when you see that he has now come out and said that Autumn's dog can live, that says to me he's now thinking now but he's come out and said that he now wants all of the Republicans to vote to release the Epstein stuff. Tells me now why is that happening? The reason it's happening is he didn't want MAGA or the rest of the Republicans to see how many Republicans were going to defy him and go ahead and vote for that. And that, to me, shows real weakness. On one hand, he's calling Massey a jerk, he's calling Marjorie a traitor, and then he comes out and says, yeah, but you know that thing I've been disagreeing with them on, that's the main reason that we don't like each other? I think all Republicans should now vote for that. And of course, it's Trump, so he's going to pretend that that's always been his position.
Well, it has been.
No.
48 degrees
Okay, all right, but the first level of his chess was calling it a hoax.
Right.
A little hard
Well,
to
the
follow.
Democrat hoax is about me.
Yeah.
You got to read between the lines.
Well, this weave is becoming very dense.
Bob, too.
So it's more of a Bob now.
Bob in a way.
Weave before, you got a Bob now.
All that.
So to me, that tells me he saw something he didn't want to see play out, which is Donald Trump, and telling these Republicans, all the Republicans in the Republican Party, that a vote for this is a vote against me, and I will make sure that you're excommunicated from MAGA and then probably primaried and all of this stuff. And he finally seeing the vote, which is probably going to come up sometime this week.
It's going to be tomorrow.
Okay. He saw that coming, and now he's jumping in and going, no, everybody should vote for it, so that on Wednesday, we're not all talking about all the Republicans that defied Trump. But the fact that he's in this situation means it's new. Trump is dealing with a party that is beginning to not believe that he can hurt them in the way that he has hurt them in the past. He may show up T-1000 style and wipe them all out again. I don't know, but I don't think so. It feels different this time. And the way that he went after Massey over his dead wife, I just think people, even inside of MAGA, are starting to go, okay,
Yeah, that was cringe.
that's a little much. That's a
Oh,
little...
you're already married? Wow.
Although I heard Autumn say the same thing about who was it, the guy? Who's the guy that did that? The other celebrity that did that. His wife died, and then he married almost immediately. I remember
Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt.
That was a while ago.
It was a while ago, but I remember Autumn being like, I don't know. That seems like that was a little too close. Well, Trump did the same thing with another politician.
Well, you know what? I was cheating.
I'm not a president. I'm
No,
not
I know.
beholden to...
I cheated on the previous wife. And then, met a good one.
Yes.
I really old one.
That's right.
Twice.
So you feel like you have the moral authority to kind of step in. Step in. So this is all very interesting to watch, and the way he went after Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think that's going to be an interesting watch over the next couple of weeks. Like, how is this going to play out? Because basically he's calling her Marjorie Traitor Greene, and you don't pull back from that. You don't pull back from that, right? I mean, that's not. Well, he can.
He can.
I like Elon. I don't like this person.
Yeah,
whatever.
I always loved her.
But I just don't think that she senses that he can end her career a la Liz Cheney, Jeff Flake, some of these other Republicans that have stepped out. But again, T-1000 style, he may have one more left in him.
Or people trying to swat her over the weekend, and she got pizzas and stuff delivered.
Well, yeah, all that stuff was just happening. By the way,
Happened mainly to her businesses, though.
Yeah.
Not her.
well, people send too many pizzas and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
pizza. Do you get to keep the pizza?
Not if you don't pay for it. Yeah, man. You still have to pay for it.
Because you can swap me if you get me a pizza.
Well, the swatting and the pizza thing are two different things.
Yes.
I thought it was just like a thing where...
No, swatting is they actually, the SWAT unit shows up and sends upon.
If you're going to swat Autumn, just make sure that you pay ahead in the app with whatever pizza provider it is. So that way you get pizza
Autumn told me,
on the ground. It's Domino's on the ground. On the ground.
Autumn told me that if she's going to be swatted, it better be on the ass.
Oh no, I've been bad in the government.
But in reality, though, I was reading about this and all the swatting that goes on every time somebody doesn't like somebody. I mean, honestly, you want to put an end to this? They find you guilty of swatting? 25 years.
Yes.
I mean, it's too much. I mean, can you imagine the life that is turned upside down, and then somebody just sits at home and giggles and gets away with it? I think that maybe you still would get away with it, but we need a few examples for people where, that was fun, and then the next 25 years of my life were hell. Because we need laws that are anti-idiot laws. The American people are not getting smarter. And the dumber you are, the more dangerous you are, especially with all of this technology. So we need a few laws that are just anti-idiot laws. Sorry you had to go for 25 years, but we had to make an example for all the other idiots who are going to do this. It's like calling in bomb threats that aren't real. Jimmy says guilty. I said, bye, 15 years, and make it a big story. So the next person understands, this is what I'm taking on if I think this is fun. And I mean, just find the one that did it was like 14. No, 25 years. Sorry. Oh, your mom says you're a good kid. Too bad. You did that. 25 years. Make it a huge story. Make it a huge story. making examples of some of these people and just crushing and ruining their lives, this will never stop. So you have to make the decision. Is it worth stopping? Because if it isn't, it's just going to get more and more and more all the time. People have got to pay for these things they do as keyboard warriors because they're not touched otherwise. And to a man and woman, they are 100% cowards once you get them in real life, once you face them. It's interesting because and now what is Trump saying about Marjorie Taylor Greene? Nobody's even thinking about her anymore. You see how this wish fulfillment, Trump still thinks he's got it. You know, like I can just wave a wand and all my people are going to follow me, and now because of my decree, by the way, I'm not a king, but by my decree, everybody who used to love Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I encourage all that, should go away overnight. And he still believes he can make that happen.
Her life could be in danger because of the rhetoric.
Her life is in danger. Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, because
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her.
Hey, MAGA, are you still laughing? The joke's on you. What used to be powerful and big and whatever, the joke's on you. It's a cringe now. Who the hell gives a damn what Donald Trump says about them? I mean, at some point, you just give away, you just water down any currency that you have by using it too often. Nobody's afraid anymore. Hey, MAGA, with your hey, and we're just going to make everybody, we're going to, nobody's afraid of you anymore. Go ahead, get louder at the next cocktail party. You know what's going to happen now? You won't be invited to the next. It's a little bit of a new day. You've overdone it, MAGA. You can't threaten 14,375 people because after a while, we're going to look back and go, well, for 500 of them, it wasn't good, but the rest of them do all right. You know? And people are over it. They've had it. You feel like letting go and getting it off your chest, MAGA? It's too late. We're tired of it. You're boring. That's all you've done for a decade now. And twice, and this is the second time, you're not throwing rocks at the building. You're in the building. You are the building. You are the institution. And what? You're shocked? That once you're in power and things don't go right and people are hurting in their lives, they start being critical of you, and then you change the rules and say that means you're not a patriot? What the F are you talking about? Complaining about my situation in life is un-American? MAGA, what the F are you talking about? You're not even making sense to yourself. Nobody's afraid of you anymore. On this issue or that issue, you could be right. And if you execute it correctly, you'll get what you want. But I think it's time to just understand something if you're in the MAGA movement. Nobody's afraid of you anymore. Like the next taunt. If Marjorie Taylor Greene had been something 8 years ago, it would have been powerful. It would have been effective. It would have been like, what was the Ted Cruz one? And Crooked Hillary.
Little Marco.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But now it's, you know, if it was a Friends line, I'd be like, that was so 10 years ago. You know, and that's where you are now. You know, every pitcher, no matter how great, has to keep coming up with a new pitch. Every general, no matter how many battles they've won, has to keep coming up with new strategies to win the next battle, or else they lose. This one's long in the tooth, MAGA. Nobody's afraid of your patron saint. Nobody's afraid of being called a name. And none of your neighbors are afraid of you anymore. The bellicose nonsense, we're going to the store. We're buying things. We're seeing how much things cost. And every time you blame it on Joe Biden, I'd say you lose about 10,000 more votes for the next time around. So go ahead, be a cliche, be the general who loses this battle, using the same tactics that won every battle up to now. But I think things have changed, and it'll be interesting to watch the Marjorie Taylor Greene part of this, because she doesn't seem to be backing down.
I wonder if somebody's going to primary her too now.
Of course, he withdrew his endorsement.
Yeah.
So somebody, some lapdog who doesn't know that the party's over, who probably didn't get into the party at first, like, I don't know about this guy, and now some lapdog will jump in there and get the favor of the president. And remember, yeah, he did this with Brian Kemp. already been, the people of Georgia have already said, yeah, we like you a lot, but be quiet about this race. I'm going to vote for the person that I want to vote for. But it'll be interesting. My sense is that it's over in the idea of other Republicans who aren't naturally MAGA are no longer afraid to stand up. And I think that there are some members of MAGA who are like, wow, you're turning against Marjorie Taylor Greene. Or if you are a thinking member of MAGA, you should be wondering about this. What would it take for them to turn against me? Probably not much. I'm not Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm just a voter. That's all I've ever been able to get Donald Trump is one vote. Marjorie Taylor Greene did a whole lot more than that. So if you can turn on her that quickly and that viciously, what would it take for them to turn on you?
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time, and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me, I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Hi, I'm Dale with TrustDale.com. For over a decade, I've trusted America's Best Choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with their 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 make-it-right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. From the top of your roof to the curb appeal out front, America's Best Choice has everything you need for your home's exterior. With solutions designed to add beauty, durability, and value, we've got you covered. Upgrade with the highest quality, energy-efficient windows and special pricing on custom decks. Choose siding, doors, and fencing that blend beauty with performance. And now, America's Best Choice is raising the standard in roofing. Our proven installation process ensures flawless results and lasting protection. We only use premium, industry-leading materials backed by strong manufacturer warranties. Every roof is built with expert craftsmanship. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwind.com for your free in-home estimate. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust. Prices you can afford.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Congressman Brian Jack is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Brian Jack at 202-225-5901 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance. Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios. News,
Weather,
traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, the FBI shuts down a major meth trafficking operation in North Georgia, seizing over 3,200 kilos of meth hidden in boxes of jalapenos from Mexico.
Agents from law enforcement found the rotting jalapenos, which the boxes were being used to smuggle thousands of pounds of methamphetamine into Georgia.
Will Keyes, U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Georgia, says they located the conversion site at a